What is up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Dense Pixels podcast. I'm your host, Brad, joined by my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence. I have a public service announcement for everybody, but first we're going to do the housekeeping before I get to that. Again, if you're not a member of our Discord, densepixels.com/fans. Among the benefits of joining there is you get to ask us questions in the post office that we answer on the show every week. Quite a big post office this week. Of course, you can check out the show on YouTube by going to youtube.com/densepixels. Subscribe there. If you prefer your podcast in audio format, just search for TNP Studios wherever you download your podcast. You'll find us. You'll also find the Nerdpocalypse, Black on Black Cinema, and the Look Forward Political Podcast. And if you'd like to support us with zeal, and Lord knows a lot of you might have some free disposable income after unsubscribing from certain services this week, you can go to densepixels.com/premium, support us for just $5 a month to help support your favorite independent podcast. My PSA is this. If you are a fan of survivors, like Vampire Survivors and games of its ilk, stay away from Megabonk, because it will suck up all of your time. I made the foolish decision to purchase Megabonk. It just came out a couple of weeks ago. Basically, it looks like if Risk of Rain was like rendered with like flash art, basically, and make the gameplay Survivors. That's what Megabonk is. And I bought it and downloaded it, and I was like, all right, I'll play this for an hour and, just check it out, see what it's all about, and probably put it aside because, I'm playing Hades right now. I'm playing Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, and a couple other things. And I played Megabonk for like 4 hours. So don't play Megabonk unless you want to get consumed by Megabonk, because it's very good. I don't have a lot to say about the gameplay because it really is just that Survivor style of, endless hordes coming at you, and you beat them and you level up and you gain power-ups and make your character stronger with auto-firing weapons. And then, much like Risk of Rain, you have to locate a boss portal in each stage and then kill a big giant boss. It's a really solid loop. There's lots of shit to unlock, and it's really, really fun. But again, if you want to play other video games, don't play Megabonk. Is my big recommendation to everyone listening to the podcast this week. Micah, Ghost of Yotei came out. It seems like it's very, very good from everything that I've seen. You have played it. What are your thoughts?
I love it. It's the game that was made specifically for me. Mm-hmm. Now it does, have some of the trappings that open world games do, but this game handles those tropes differently than others, and it handles them pretty well. I don't even know where to start, man. This game has the unfortunate timing of being the second game set in feudal Japan, starring a female protagonist who is out for vengeance because her parents were killed in front of her and she was left for dead. So the story setup and premise is the exact same as Shadows. Now it's, the plot is a little different, obviously, right? There's no big black dude running around in Ghost of Yotei. So, minus a point. But but no, this game is just as beautiful as Ghost of Tsushima. The combat is it reminds me of Ghost of Tsushima, obviously, but it's a little more like they have this like rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock, thing going on with the different weapons as opposed to different stances with your katana. Atsu is an infinitely more interesting protagonist, even though she has a very, very like her motivation is just like, standard, revenge tale, right? Like she is slightly more expressive. Jin was cool, but Jin had to stick up his ass, and we kind of had to, even if you were to travel down the path narratively of him being quote unquote dishonorable, um, he's still like it's not a wild swing in his personality, which I think is perfectly fine, right? A lesser game, it would be, I'm Superman, or I'm Dark Side, right? I'm the most evil motherfucker ever, right? And it's no, it's not that. But Atsu is uh, in the gray, and she's an infinitely not she's a better character than the main character of Ghost of Tsushima. Game is gorgeous. I mean, colors, man. Like, I appreciate they put that Kurosawa mode in there, but like, I can't imagine playing it like that. Not on my first run. This is one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen. Playing on a day one PS5 um, in performance mode. It's still like one of the most amazing looking pieces of just visual art. The music, look, I turned on Watanabe mode, which plays like lo-fi beats periodically between, when you're like traveling or non-story stuff. Um, it's a great concept. I really like the music. The problem is like it's not enough of it. There's like three or four tracks that just kind of loop, and that really sucks. Like I really wanted I wanted more. Um, so maybe that's something that they can implement later down the road, I guess. Um, what else? This is one of those games that you can just get lost in, man. Like you really can. You don't have to check the map. You can just get on your horse and start riding, and you'll find something. And this is this is one of the this is one of those open world games that's like you just want to you just want to luxuriate in this world, like because it's so interesting and it's cool to be in. Um, I do have some nits to pick. Erika Ishii is does a very good job of she's a good actor in this, but I think they should have cast a younger person to play her younger Atsu's younger self. Um, so there are points in the game where you can initiate a flashback, and you can play as your younger self to like get backstory on this character. And I don't know what kind of voice she's affecting, but it I can't even imitate it. It's just like she's trying to make her voice sound different, but she's not trying to make it sound young, and it sounds very odd. Um, Sucker Punch has so there's light platforming in the game,
Hmm.
and Sucker Punch, are they the Sly Cooper people?
They were, yeah.
Okay, I never liked Sly Cooper's platforming, and they're jumping. Even with something like Infamous, it's a little like you jump in the air and it's a little floaty, and it's not tight jumping and platforming. But that's just a personal thing.
Hmm.
It doesn't like affect my enjoyment of the game. Um, God, man, like this game is. I mean, I thought I had a clear. I thought I'm gathering my list of 10 games for game of the year, and I thought like, all right, got my game of the year, right? Like, but like this is up there, man. This is gonna make a run for it, and uh, yeah, man, this is a must play. This is a
Hmm.
must play for somebody like me. if you like the big budget, like you know, this is triple A the game, and if you like that stuff and you want quality, like get this game. This game, like even when you like turn the PS5 off, like close out the game, like once you start it and you select the icon, like you just jump back into the world.
Yeah, I
Like
heard I
there's
heard that
no
it bypasses like the title screen and
it
stuff like
bypasses
you
all
just
that
you just go
stuff,
right into the
man.
game.
You just get right into it. And there's virtually no load times. They got a lot of gimmicks in this game because they want to try and make use of all the features that the PlayStation 5 controller can do. So there's a lot of mini games and like it's like kitschy stuff, right? But it's the little things that make this thing. It's little touches, it's details that this game has, and I don't know. I appreciate it. I appreciate it as someone who plays a lot of these things, especially open world games. Like I really appreciate it. Um, One thing that kind of stinks is that like you have to open up the map, you have to unfog the map, right?
Hmm.
And normally in like a Ubisoft game, you climb on a tall thing, and then you hit a button, and you pan around, and like stuff just kind of opens up. This kind of does it, but it kind of doesn't, right? Like there are no specific viewpoints that you have to go to. You just get the high ground. Just get the high ground, pull out your spyglass, and just start looking around. And if you see something, like the game gives you visual cues of like, oh hey, there's smoke over there. Maybe you should look over there. If someone's burning a fire, that means settlers are there, right? So maybe you should point your spyglass over there. Point your spyglass over there, bam. There's something that you can go to, right? And yeah, I don't know, man. I this game was for me, man. This game this game is I love it. I love it. And this is probably gonna be my last game of the year.
Hmm.
I don't think I'll be buying any other games. Yeah, man. This is the shit, man. I need them to go ahead and I don't know why game companies do this. I mean, I kind of have a feeling that like, oh well, we gotta. I need them to put multiplayer in it because Ghost of Tsushima's multiplayer was so great. I'm curious to see, how this works. Look, man, you know how I feel about animals. Fuck them, right? That's not a command, right? Don't fuck animals, but like, fuck them, right? They have
Oh, we found a canine that Micah actually likes, I guess, in this game.
I mean, it's kind of cool, man. Like I went to a wolf den, and the wolf was like, it didn't want to be my friend, and then I was like, chill, wolf. Like I'm on your side, right? And then the wolf was like, let's ride, right? Because they got my people. Let's ride. And then the wolf just starting off. So I follow the wolf, and the wolf takes me to where other wolves are caged. You got to fight all these people, and yo, the wolf jumped onto a guy's arm, and I was able to run over there and just fucking bam, fucking cut that dude's head off and shit. Like, yeah, is this what it's like having an animal? Is this what it's like having a dog? This is awesome.
This is the story of how Micah's kids get a pet. Is like Micah played Ghost of Yotei,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
finally respects dogs because he
Like,
can
all
do
right,
like
dog.
he can do like simultaneous executions with his dog partner in the game.
There's one thing where it's like, how when you die in Ghost of Tsushima, like you're on the ground and you're dead, and the enemy comes over and puts you out of your misery, right? They
Hmm.
stabs you in the neck. I died once. The enemy was coming over, and then all of a sudden a fucking wolf grabbed that motherfucker, and I got right back up. I was like, oh shit, like this is amazing. Like, oh shit. Like, all right, man. Like, I'm having a blast with this game, man. I'm having a blast with it. It's well worth the price of admission.
How much was this?
This was what regular price, like $70.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and it's got all this cool stuff, man. I love it. I love it. If you're into this stuff, if you're into this time period, if you got one foot in the weeb door and one foot out, you like me, you're gonna love it, man. This is great.
Yeah. I mean, when I played Ghost of Tsushima, like I said, this is basically like the only type of open world game that I can get down with at this point, where it just kind of encourages you in the game to explore and find things, and doesn't just vomit icons all over your map, and
Yeah,
things feel very, very immersive. Such a dumb word to use with this kind of stuff, but like it feels like you're naturally being led around, as opposed to dropping a dozen icons around your position and just checkboxing shit left and right.
right.
So yeah.
Like it's something that like I get those games. Like I made fun of like games like No Man's Sky and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like I do get the appeal of that, and that's the closest. This game is the closest thing to something like that I'll play, where I have a goal, but like this world is so beautiful and I just want to spend time with it. Like the first thing I did was climb that fucking mountain in that you see in all the marketing, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
like of course I'm gonna climb that mountain. It's there. I gotta climb it. And yeah, man, this game has its hooks in me. And I this is this is good shit.
It just occurred to me that it's been almost a year since Dragon Age: The Veilguard came out, which does not feel like it's been a year since that game came
Wow.
out. I'm glad your October game this year has brought you much more joy
Yeah.
than
Oh yeah,
last
that's
year's.
right. It came
So
out in October.
yeah,
Damn. Wow, I thought it was next month. Speaking of Veilguard, I finished that.
yeah.
I beat it. It took me like 70 hours to finish. It's
The
fine.
ending is much more exciting than the beginning.
Yeah, that last
That last
3 hours
stretch. Yeah, that last stretch is pretty fun.
was pretty goddamn fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Look, again, the story, characters, not the greatest, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I also two other games I played. I stopped playing Silk Song because that game can go to hell. Yeah, it's too fucking hard, and it's not the fun hard. It's just frustrating. They just made it way too fucking hard for no reason. I quit once I got. I told you like the last time I was on here, I beat this one boss, and the first set of bosses were like flying enemies. And I told you how flying enemies are trash, and it just continues. I just fuck that game. The game is dumb. No game of the year for me. Like it's, and there are a lot of people that played the first game that's saying the same thing. They're like, yeah, this is just too fucking hard for no reason. Like, what is that? It's like I guess the developers are kind of like, well, we can finish it in 10 minutes. Well, you can do it too. But no, it's really difficult. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, very fun. Like Brad said last week, I enjoy that a lot. And funny enough, we'll get into Microsoft's shenanigans. But I started playing what is it, Prince of Persia, Broken Crown.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you how I got to start playing it once we get to the Microsoft situation. So,
All right. Well, let's wait no further for that. So an update to a story from last week. So last week we talked about how Microsoft announced they wanted people to no longer buy Xbox hardware by raising prices on Xbox consoles for the second time in 4 months, thanks to tariffs. Even though they won't say it's tariffs, we all know it's tariffs. Well, an update to that story, Microsoft has now announced they don't want anybody to use Xbox services at all anymore because they have raised the price of Game Pass Ultimate by 50% over what it was currently. So Microsoft have announced some revisions to their Game Pass lineup of services that they have out. So Core and Standard, which are the two lower versions, have not changed in price. They have changed names, though. So Xbox Core is now Xbox Game Pass Essential. It's $10 a month, and you need that in order to play any Xbox games online. So if you want to play Xbox games online, you have to have Xbox Game Pass Essential. The big addition to this one is that I believe they've added cloud streaming as an option to this, which they did not have before. I think before you at least had to have the next level up to take advantage of cloud streaming. But they've added that to this. So then now you have Game Pass. Then you have Game Pass Standard. It's now called Game Pass Premium. It's still $15 a month. That comes with some games. Also, you will get new Xbox games within a year of launch. So no day one play for that, but you'll get them within a year. And you get other in-game benefits and other shit like that. So Game Pass Ultimate, they've added a lot of stuff to it. Okay, whether you want any of that stuff, your mileage may vary. But now you get 75 plus day one games per year, including all games published by Xbox. In addition to EA Play, which was already part of it, you now have access to Ubisoft Plus classics and Fortnite Crew. So if you want to make sure you're a premium Fortnite member, you can just get your Game Pass Ultimate. You get other like in-game benefits and stuff like that, and then apparently you also can get like in-store rewards and shit like that. But again, the price for Game Pass Ultimate, which was $19.99 per month, has gone up to $29.99 a month, which led everyone to the joke that now I guess Xbox 360 now stands for Xbox $360 because that's how much you'll pay annually. If you want to have Game Pass Ultimate for an entire year. This news was so popular that Microsoft's Game Pass cancellation webpage crashed for extended period of time. The day that the price increases were announced. And this also comes on the heels of Sarah Bond just coming a couple of weeks ago, touting how profitable Game Pass was for Microsoft. I think she said something along the lines of like they made like $5 billion a year last year, or $5 billion last year on Game Pass. And normally you would think that would just, coincide with news of holding steady and holding firm. But now you have the privilege of paying 50% extra than you were paying to play all of the Xbox games that aren't coming out because they can't get a developed game out the door to save their life, apparently, despite having 50 development studios that they purchased over the last several years. I'm glad that Terrence joined us because Terrence was our Game Pass guy. Like Terrence was all Game Pass all the time. How you feel?
I no longer have a Series S, guys. I traded that shit in early today. Literally like 5 hours ago, I traded it in. Because there's no point. The fuck. It's funny. I traded it in. I bought the thing for $200. Mm-hmm. Now it's $400. So I was like, Jesus. Let me see how much I can get.
I was about to say, did you profit from your trade-in?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Well, I got way more than I would have gotten had I traded it in a couple months ago. I got $160 for it.
That's pretty. I mean, which is pretty good depreciation value.
Yeah, I got $160. I lost $40. Okay, considering like it's GameStop, I would have lost way more. Yeah, I traded it in today, and I needed a controller because I'm just gonna just use Steam or whatever. So I bought a GameSir T7, so wired controller, and I was gonna go and pick up Shinobi. I got it, and I opened the game up. I opened the box up, and there was a free Game Pass month subscription.
Of course,
I didn't know. I didn't pay attention. I opened the box, and the little things fell out, and I was like, "Oh, this is a 30-day free subscription to Game Pass Ultimate." So I use that. So I'll at least play Ninja Gaiden 4 when that comes out at the end of this month. And then I put the code in, and I saw that Prince of Persia, what is it? Not the Broken Crown.
Lost Crown.
Lost Crown was on because that was one of the games they added to Ubisoft Classics. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, let me see how this is. And the funny thing is, I don't have the Series S anymore, but the cloud service works really well.
Mm-hmm.
I played Veilguard through the fucking cloud. All 70 hours I played it through the cloud.
Wow.
No problems. Yeah. So it's not that bad, and it's out of beta now. So they bumped up the bit rate so it looks a little better. Controls are not as there's the latency is not that bad. But yeah, that $30 is insane. Man. Like it's not insane. What I will say, I'll shoot them some bail. Not a lot, because they can still go fuck themselves. Considering that they jacked the price up twice on their systems, which is again, no one's buying them. I don't understand what the hell they're trying to do with that. They fired 9,000 people this year. Like you said, they they said it's super profitable, and then they did this increase in a day. Like they were like,
Yeah.
"Hey, Microsoft's Game Pass is going to go up in price tomorrow." Like, whoa, what? Like, what do you? So that's 3 strikes. If it was just the price increase for fucking Game Pass, people would be like, "That's fucked up." But I don't think they would be as pissed, because at the end of the day, the $30 a month, while it's $360 a year, if you use it like I do, it's still a pretty decent value. It is, but most people only like play 1 or 2 games, like download 1 or 2 of those new games, like Call of Duty. I don't even know if Call of Duty is day and date on Ultimate.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
I don't think that
Call
it
of
is.
Duty, like their big game that they bought they spent $55 billion for, is not even day and date on the highest tier this year, which is
Right,
okay.
because they know they can get people to pay $70.
Yeah, they'll pay the full price for it.
Yeah.
And the other games, again, it's like I want to play Ninja Gaiden 4, so it's going to be good for me. And I play other games like Deep Rock Galactic. It's very fun. That's a $20 game, $30 game if you buy it on Steam. So it's still pretty decent. No one asks for fucking Fortnite Crew that gives you like Fortnite bucks or some bullshit. The game is free to play already. Fuck, that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Right, and if you care about Fortnite Crew, chances are you probably already have Fortnite Crew.
You already have a bunch of fucking Fortnite bucks, and like
Yeah.
getting paying an extra $30 for more isn't going to do anything for you. And I don't think a lot of people play Fortnite on Xbox. That just seems like a really stupid thing to do. But yeah, that $30 a month on top of like all of the streaming services everybody has and all this other shit, like that's a big ask considering the climate we live in. Like you can't, and again, you've lost all goodwill. But people love Game Pass. You've lost all your
did.
goodwill.
They did until now.
Considering like you were basically the Netflix for, now they're just basically Netflix for games, but they cost more than Netflix, which is insane.
And it's funny because like I think you kind of spelled it out right there. Like if you were, it's almost like this is only worth it if Game Pass is all that you do. Like you don't buy any games. All you do is use Game Pass for games, because as the point that I heard made is like now, like back when this was like $15 a month when it first came out, like many years ago, right? And that's when it was like an unbeatable value in terms of like what it was in the marketplace. Like that was easy to say, all right, I'll get this alongside of this other thing and that'll be fine. But yeah, like $30 a month, like if you get a big game on Game Pass and it takes you 2 months to play through it, you might as well have just bought the game, because you basically just paid $60 for the privilege of playing this game that you don't own. Not that you own it if you buy it digitally anyway, as we've discussed before, but like, for all intents and purposes, like if it's not a Microsoft game, the publisher decides to take away access to that game from the service, oh well, tough shit. Go out and go buy it and do that. So this is insane to me, that they did this, especially as, like you mentioned, Terrence, they were already costing themselves a lot of goodwill in the marketplace as it is. And with the fact that, again, all of their games are available everywhere all the time now. Like Microsoft last quarter was the best-selling publisher on the PlayStation. Just rerun that sentence through your head in case you didn't hear me. Like as far as like revenue generated, Xbox games was the biggest publisher on PlayStation last quarter. Which
that's what they want to do.
Wow. Right.
That's where they want to be. And the fact that, again, you can play your games anywhere. Like I can pull my phone out and fucking launch the Xbox Game Pass and play through my phone. It's not that good. Like the latency is not horrible, but you can still play it on anything. And I think that's their whole point. And I heard that they weren't coming out with a system, but that was a rumor.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they need to come out with a new system. Why?
Why would you?
If
At
the
this point,
Series X is $800 for like the 2 terabyte system, and your Rogue Ally X is $1,000, fuck out of here, yo. No, that's insane.
yeah. And
They just need to be a fucking software publisher at this point.
well, and what's funny is that like Microsoft had the brand recognition, right? So like, you know, even at $20 a month, people are like, okay, like it's ubiquitously known, and you know, it's technically a better value than PlayStation's premium, their version, because they don't put their games out day one on that service. So at least you have, you know, what little Microsoft games are coming out, you're at least getting that. They partner with a lot of publishers, stuff like that. But like now, you're inviting competition, because what I like, something I've heard forever is that Nvidia's like GeForce Now is like
That
on
thing
the
is
sly.
really good.
Yeah, on the sly, it's like the best cloud service out there. Like it performs better than xCloud does, and it's $20 a month to get access to like their library of stuff. Now again, you're not getting like day one, you know, games and stuff like that in most cases.
But they run at like 4K 60.
Yeah, and I was like, they run spectacularly with very little latency. And so now all you're doing, if you're Microsoft, is you're encouraging more people just to take that $20 a month that they were spending and not thinking about, and forcing them to think about it. And now and you know, kind of pruning the tree. And again, this is the problem with all these digital services. Just constantly escalating in price. It seems like every 6 months, every service out there is raising prices, and all you're going to do is raise prices and force people out of your service, because when you keep raising prices, when you keep making consumers spend more money, then you force consumers to budget. And when you budget, you better hope that you're not the service that I'm only using, you know, once every 2 months, because you're going to be the first to go. You know what I mean? Like it pays to be Netflix. It pays to be Disney Plus and all the services that have all these ingrained, you know, things in there. But even me, like with Netflix, like I canceled Netflix 2 years ago. I haven't missed it once. You know what I mean? The last 2 years, because I wasn't fucking
WWE. No Monday Night Raw.
When was the last time I watched WWE? I couldn't even fucking tell you. So
I saw some numbers. As a quick aside, I saw some numbers for like viewership for Raw last week or the week before last. Again, Monday Night Raw is reaching like 67 million homes worldwide. At 2.5 million views.
yeah,
They're fucking terrible, yo.
Yeah, because they suck, yo.
Yeah,
They
considering
suck.
like it's all over the world. At 2.5, that's bad. Anyway,
Yeah,
I just
It
found that
sucks. It costs too much money. So I had my neighbor talking about, do you want to go see John Cena's last match? Because it's going to be in DC.
Why?
No, I can't afford that. Get out of here.
Probably like $7,000 for a seat.
Pay 3 digits to sit up there with rubbing elbows with Jesus. Get out of here. Crazy?
But yeah, Xbox. I don't know. I don't know what their fucking long-term goal is. I don't get it. I don't
their
understand.
long-term goal is AI. Like that's literally where all the companies' bets are being placed, is in AI. Like Satya Nadella, who is the CEO of Microsoft, is fucking 10 fingers and 10 toes down in AI. Like he literally has said in interviews that he uses AI assistants to like help guide what he does on a daily basis, which if you're the CEO of a $3 trillion company is a fucking
That is
insane thing
not-
to say in public.
Yeah,
would
that's
you
not the flex you think it is, bro. What the fuck?
Like you're saying AI, but for what? To make games? Like I don't.
No,
what is-
no,
what is-
I'm
what
not,
is AI
that's
gonna do?
my point, is that Microsoft doesn't give a shit about anything that Xbox is doing, right? Like they want all of the money and all the forward things. So like the point is for Xbox, like if they're not investing heavily into AI right now, and to what end I don't know, whether that's game development, whether that's something to do with like cloud services or what, I don't fucking know. But if you're not investing in that right now, then I'm pretty sure Satya Nadella does not give a shit about you. Because believe me, like when Microsoft, I don't think Phil Spencer woke up one day and was like, hey, like let's raise Game Pass Ultimate 50%. Like I don't think this decision ultimately came from him. I think this came from above him, and I'm pretty sure that him and Sarabon and Matt Booty fucking told their bosses, like, this is a terrible fucking idea. Like, you're gonna engender a shitload of bad vibes in the marketplace. You're gonna get a lot of people canceling. This is really successful right now. Look, we just made $5 billion of revenue with this last year. Don't fuck with, what is kind of close to a golden goose. And but Microsoft's like, no, we need more money that we can give to Sam Altman. Like that's what it boils down to at the end of the fucking day, is how much revenue and how much profit can we generate so we can just throw fucking money at OpenAI, because this is going to be the thing that keeps Microsoft relevant and takes Microsoft forward in the next 5 to 10 to 15 years in the tech space. And that's what it's all about. Honestly, like that is what it's all about in this case. It's just maximizing profits however you can. And that's why that I believe that is why this price increase happened. Ultimately,
it doesn't make a lot of sense. Again, they added a bunch of games, and what they're doing monthly is adding a bunch of games. If you purchase games, you can stream them now. So like they're adding 15, 20 games per month for that. So if you have a bunch of games that you bought that weren't streamable before, if you pay, I guess, I don't know what tier, you'll be able to stream them if you don't have them on you, like on your phone or whatever. I don't know why you would want to do that, but that's the other option. But the fact that they led with, hey, we're going to throw a bunch of Ubisoft games and fucking Fortnite crews. I'm like, who the fuck cares about that? That was the worst thing to lead with. I don't know.
you have
I
to
guess they
build
don't
that.
give a fuck about games anymore. Man.
Yeah, you have to build that perceived value. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna I applaud them for at least trying to make it seem like they were making the service more valuable. Like instead of just being like, hey, we're raising the price and you're getting the same features. Like you can't go out there with that. But you might as well have, if all you have is Ubisoft classics and fucking Fortnite crew. You know what I mean? So
It's so dumb. But yeah, so yeah. Microsoft is just trying to they've dug themselves into a hole that I don't know if they're going to be able to get out of. Because it lost a lot of people, and some people are like, I'm just going to drop the fucking a tier. I'm like, well, don't do that. You're still giving them money.
Yeah, you're still giving them, you're still giving them money. Like I appreciate you. I appreciate you voting with your dollar, but like, info penny, info pound, man.
You're
like
still giving them the $20 you were giving them before. It's just a lower tier. You're getting less shit for it. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck their end game is. Like, I guess it's AI, but it's not for Microsoft. It's not for fucking Xbox. So, and again, there's no point in them if they're using R&D to develop a new system, they're just wasting fucking money. Because there's no point. It really isn't. Dummies. Anyway, yeah. So I don't get it, man. It's just the greediest people in history.
what all tech people? You
Yeah,
mean?
all
Like,
I'm not talking about I'm not just talking about Microsoft. I'm talking about all of them. Just,
Yep.
Yeah, you have all the money. I heard fucking Elon Musk has surpassed $500 billion in worth, like last week.
it's not a trillion.
Because it's half $1 trillion.
Yeah,
but it's not a trillion.
It's not a trillion. Like apparently, since the I guess the EV subsidies are about to dry up, everybody decided to buy a fucking EV real quick so they can get that fucking whatever the hell before, and they went ahead and bought Teslas. There are other EVs you can buy.
I know there are other
Whatever.
EVs, man.
Yeah, there are other ones.
Don't be like Jay and buy 2 of them.
I mean, you can buy other ones. Don't
Hey,
give this nigga money, but-
Rivian's coming out with a $45,000 SUV next year. That might be one to look
Really?
at. So yeah,
Because they're the ones they got out now, like 100.
I know, but start at 45, the new ones.
Oh man, we live in a fucked up timeline, man.
We do, man. We do. Like I said, no one heeded Jeff Goldblum's warning from Jurassic Park way back when. So, speaking of generative AI, this is kind of a short story, but a weird one. So there was a Japanese lawmaker by the name of Satoshi Asano, who posted on social media that like Nintendo was lobbying the Japanese diet against generative AI in some way, shape, or form. And I don't know why this guy like felt the need to put that out there. And then he had to apologize afterwards because Nintendo felt the need to come out and put out a statement, which they normally don't do when their name is just invoked randomly. But basically, Nintendo's statement was contrary to recent discussions on the internet. Nintendo has not had any contact with the Japanese government about generative AI. Whether generative AI is involved or not, we will continue to take necessary actions against infringement of our intellectual property rights. Nintendo's like the last company that I would expect to like go deep down into the Gen AI tunnel. I mean, this is a company that we like to joke all the time is 5 years behind the tech trend anyway.
Yeah,
And
like this is the company that has like a bunch of accessories that are cardboard boxes, guys. Like,
right.
like I don't. If Nintendo was going down the AI route, it's over.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
lost all hope.
I
It
mean,
doesn't make any sense.
the fucking Terminators are coming at that point.
Yeah.
As
Now,
much as I don't care about Nintendo, they are the only like AAA gaming developers that actually care about their games. You know,
yeah.
they actually put effort into their games.
I mean,
So,
Sony mostly does, I think, still too.
Ghost of Yotei.
Certain
Yeah.
certain
Sony
stuff.
does. Sony does feel like this is gonna hit, guys. let's put all our money in it because it's gonna be amazing.
I wonder if this was more about like, so we see things hitting the marketplace now, like the latest sign of the apocalypse is the arrival of like fucking Sora, which is like the AI generative video platform where you've seen some like really insane shit coming out that's all AI generated, and so now we get to live in this lovely hellscape where as you're flipping through TikTok or watching a YouTube video, you don't know anymore like what's real and what's not, because you might be watching something that's completely generative. And Nintendo, as we've talked many times in the show before, very protective of their intellectual property. So it wouldn't surprise me if they were lobbying against Gen AI in some way, shape, or form, for this reason, to make sure that their shit isn't getting misused by generative AI stuff like Sora or other things that are in the marketplace there. But it's just a weird story just to come out of left field. Nintendo talking about lobbying, which I'm not naive enough to think Nintendo does not lobby. I'm sure that they do, but probably them yelling at this guy like, why are you putting our shit out there right now? Yeah. But we'll see. This is kind of also turning into like, what the fuck are people thinking week.
Yeah, this is weird, man.
So
I saw this last week.
Well, I was unaware of this news until this story hit. So Takayuki Nakayama, who was the director of Street Fighter 6, publicly came out and gave Capcom like a, hey, what the fuck are you guys doing right now sort of situation, because Capcom apparently made the decision to charge pay-per-view admission for the Capcom Cup 12 finals and the Street Fighter League World Championship, which you can pay $20 a piece to watch the finals of both events. Or if you want to do both of them, you can get a bundle for $30. Or you can wait 2 weeks for Capcom to release the recap for free, or the replay for free after the fact. And apparently this is like the median price point from attending the stuff in person. So I guess like Capcom is like, man, like, what was a great fucking model back in the day? Pay-per-view. Isn't it cool that, no one's doing that anymore? We should do that for some of our big fighting game tournaments to ensure that casual fans do not watch them, because we don't want to grow the reach of our game at all.
Apparently this model is huge in Japan,
Hmm.
like because Street Fighter
That was
is
massive.
kind of an institution there, right? Like it works in Japan. So I kind of get the logic of, well, if it works here, maybe it'll work here, right?
No.
But they don't. That's just them not knowing the Western audience.
Yeah.
Like like this is silly. This is silly. And if you, I think one of the tweets in this article says it. If you wanted to make up revenue, you could just have the dev team create the one thing that people want from Street Fighter 6, and it's costumes for the actual Street Fighters, and charge them $15 or whatever. Nobody wants the Ninja Turtle costumes for $15, guys. They want Mecha Zangief with nipples, yo. Like, and that's what they're getting. Like that's that like this is just a this is just a fumble on the esports division's side. I can't imagine anybody, even like the hardcore like streamers who make this their business,
I was
paying for this.
I was watching Max, well, like my favorite, not only streamer I actually watch. He put out a video about this. He was like, when I stream Capcom Cup, when I stream fucking Evo and all those, I get like 100,000 viewers on my channel alone
Hmm.
Right.
watching that, and they're watching it simultaneously. They might be watching it somewhere else. Like those people are not going to pay $30 to watch
No.
finals. That's
Right.
ridiculous. And like and he's like, I'm not paying that to stream it. So what the fuck is what do you like? I'm Max, my nigga. Like, what are you talking about?
And-
It's like
and by the way, he
come to me
could.
sometimes.
He could because he would like and that's the other thing, like if he were to pay for that and he were to stream it and do it alongside, or is he not actually airing the video footage, like he's just like it's like a
No,
watch
he's
along?
he's like no, he's basically where everybody's watching. He'll be on, he'll be streaming it, and he'll have like the 7 or 8.
So
different
so
videos
he's
of Capcom
he's
stuff.
simulcasting it then,
Yeah,
basically.
he's simulcasting.
Would he be allowed to do
Basically,
that?
like anybody else.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He's like, I wouldn't be allowed to do it. So I'm
Right,
not even
okay.
gonna.
Right.
I'm not paying $30. So what the fuck? So like, I'm not gonna be watching it. None of my viewers are gonna be watching unless they pay the $30 for it. You're just cutting off your Western audience
That's it.
completely.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. You love Street Fighter over there, but like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So again, people be living in their own little bubbles, not really understanding how things work. I saw it like last week. I'm like, what? Pay per view?
I feel like nobody did.
1986.
I feel like nobody did any research. Nobody did any research at all.
Well, and I
How
hear
this was born.
obviously I'm not connected to most esports scenes for any games, but like in the wake of the story, like so what I understand is like so Dota, for example, like when they stream the international, which is their big annual tournament, you don't have to pay to watch for the privilege of watching the international, but if or international or invitational, I can't remember what it's called, but if you're watching the big Dota 2 tournament, they have like exclusive like in-game like microtransactions that you can only buy if you're watching the tournament kind of stuff. And so that's what they do is like, you don't have to pay to watch it, but we're going to get you
That's a
for all
cool
this.
incentive,
Yeah.
yeah.
For all this fucking bullshit. Like Capcom could easily do the same thing. It's literally been their business model since Street Fighter 4 came out. So I don't know why they're realizing like, oh shit, like this is the pivot we need to make to charge people to watch the not it's not even the full tournament. I think
not-
it's just the finals basically.
Right. And it's not even the premier Western tournament, yo.
Right.
Like, I get it. I see the logic. I just this one needed to go back in the oven for a bit.
Yep. So just stop being fucking greedy, man. Like can you imagine like if you were the one company that wasn't a greedy piece of shit in this day and age, how much goodwill you would engender just by not being fucking greedy? Like what? Like
yeah.
what? Like that company
You-
needs
you
to
would-
just even exist.
2010 and 2017, Capcom was at the bottom of the barrel, man. They fucking Resident Evil 7 came out and like saved them.
Yeah.
And it's been what 8 years of like just banger after banger, and then they do some dumb shit like this. I mean, that's not gonna affect their games, but like Street Fighter is one of your total your fucking tentpole games, and to just be like, yeah, well, and again, fighting games is a niche. I don't give a fuck what
Right,
anybody
and
says.
it's not
It's
right.
a
It's not
niche.
like fighting games is like.
You can't. This is not like. This is not. I don't know, man. That's silly. It's silly. Like people, he said 100 over the weekend. He'll get like 100,000 views by himself, just watching that shit.
He
Like a
honestly, he probably
simulcast.
like if you're just looking at Western audience, like I don't know how you could cut that square that circle as far as internet viewership, but I would imagine Max probably has more people watching his simulcast than the actual Capcom stream, at least in the
That's
West.
how I watch it.
Yeah,
I watch it
I
when you
watch
watch
it. I watch it because of him as a personality,
Right.
right? And
Yeah.
his commentary, right? Like it. Okay, man. Like I just
And again, it's not like y'all niggas don't know who this dude is.
right.
Like, he flies to Japan. He like y'all ask him questions. He interviews y'all. It's weird, dude.
I wouldn't be surprised to see this walked
I
back.
feel like they might change. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
feel like they
if
change.
enough people register their disapproval, you might see them panically like, actually, just kidding. Like this is a terrible
Like if the
idea.
Japanese audience does it alone, maybe they won't give a fuck. But again, man, I feel like y'all giving way too much credit for your fucking fighting games.
I mean
people love them.
but
People
like Street Fighter, I believe, was on sale over the weekend during the Steam fall
Yeah.
sale for $30
$20.
or $20. Oh, so less than the privilege of watching the finals of these two
The
tournaments.
game
Okay.
costs less than how much it's going to cost to watch the
Cool.
finals.
Good.
Right.
Always a good presentation to put forward there. Last bit of news. One thing we did not mention when discussing the Saudi takeover of EA last week is the fact that this still does have to face regulatory scrutiny, and I use that term very loosely, in the United States before the deal can be permitted to go through. The acquisition is not expected to close until Q1 of 2027. But it does have to go through the FTC to make sure that there's no like monopolies and that this is a good idea for the shareholders. But the Financial Times did a background interview with some folks in the government that said, I don't think you have to worry about that because, again, as we mentioned last week, one of the partners in this deal, one of the other equity firms that are signing on to this is, of course, Jared Kushner, the son-in-law of the current president of the United States. So I can't imagine that the FTC is going to look too strongly at a business deal that's being joined by Jared Kushner. Quoted a source close to the inner workings of the Trump administration. What regulator is going to say no to the president's son-in-law? It's basically the message there. So yeah, I would
It's
expect
just
this.
frustrating. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Everything.
You know.
It's just affecting everything that I love. This administration.
it
just-
slides its tendrils in, and nobody is safe.
I don't understand how you can be a U.S. citizen and just completely ignore everything that they're doing. I just don't understand it. You have your head that far up your ass that you just don't see as it's going to
Yeah,
affect
it's
everything.
called you're probably a white male and can just glide through life without any sort of strife or
It's called owning
or
the
hardship.
libs, Terrence. Because that's more important. I don't need this nose on my face. Get out of here.
Yeah, well, you might not have that bitch when your fucking health insurance spikes.
walk around looking
Doubles
like
in
fucking
January.
Lord Voldemort from now on. Oh,
Man, good
let's
times.
take it to the Dense Pixels post office, densepixels.com/fans to join the Discord. You can submit questions to us, many of which don't necessarily hit with everyone on the show. Like Ejac that says, "What is your ideal 5-song set list for Rock Band
I think
4?"
Answered it in the
Yes,
Carrie.
Carrie.
I don't have one.
I'll give Carrie's answers because she answered it herself. She's on the show this week, obviously. Passages to Bangkok from Rush. Lazaretto from Jack White, that would be a very fun Rock Band song to play. Halls of Valhalla by Judas Priest. Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo by Rick Derringer, and Somebody Told Me from The Killers. I did not own Rock Band 4, so I don't even know what songs are on there. I can just go through like my favorite video game, my favorite songs to play in prior video game music games. Killing in the Name of from Guitar Hero 2 was excellent, so if that's an option, that would be a lot of fun to play. John the Fisherman from Primus was great. Also has a really fun bass line to play in that song. I think that was also that might have been a Guitar Hero 3 song, if I recall correctly. I enjoyed playing Orange Crush, even though I hate REM, personally. Like, it was still fun to play Orange Crush. I remember that was in Rock Band 1. Fuck, man, what else? Godzilla, Blue Oyster Cult. It's good shit.
I see something from the Black Keys on here. Okay, that. um, is Uptown Funk a rock song? They got that on here. I don't.
I mean, it's got a pretty sick bass line. I could see where.
All right, well then that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I recognize some of these bands. I just don't recognize some of the songs. Ugh. I don't want to say of Centuries from Fallout Boy. I do know that, but I wouldn't want to do that.
Fallout Boy. When I think of Fallout Boy, for some reason, like in my mind, they're equated with like Nickelback. For some reason, like in terms of band quality, and maybe part of it's because they co-opt a Simpsons meme, and that bothers me because I don't particularly care for their music. That makes me dislike them more. But
all I hear now is my son is watching this Hot Wheels thing, and for some reason, Fall Out Boy does a lot of kids like TV show intros, right? Like they did one for Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, and they're doing one for this Hot Wheels song, and I think they're doing one for Iron Man and His Awesome Friends, or whatever. But like that's where I'm like, what is this? What are we doing?
And they've been around for nearly 20 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Jesus.
In case you wanted to feel ancient immediately. So, Mark asks, it's probably been asked before, but what is your most unpopular gaming opinion? Is Sonic the Hedgehog is a bad platformer an unpopular gaming opinion?
Yeah, I would probably say so.
I would probably say so, but I think that's from people who just really like the character and don't really care about the actual art of platforming and like level design.
Well, it's designed to run through it as fast as possible. I've never been able to do it that well, honestly.
Yeah,
because bad,
and that's not.
It's not a good nuts and bolts video game. It's got vibes. It's the ultimate vibes game. It's got a great soundtrack. It's very colorful, and like you said, you get to run real fast, which is cool. But again, the worst parts of any 2D Sonic the Hedgehog game is when you have to slow down and actually platform.
Yeah. Like he don't stop. Like, yeah, Sonic's not good, guys.
Mine is Dragon Age Veilguard is a fun game.
You know what? Mine in a similar vein, Alpha Protocol, not bad at all.
No, it's not. It isn't. It's
I like that game.
Janky as fuck.
Right. Right.
It's actually a very good game if the gameplay itself.
Yeah, if the actual game worked, it'd be great.
And my last one is Game Pass Ultimate. It's still not that bad to be
very, very prescient.
I know
it's for the time.
Way too expensive, but it's still a pretty good game.
Oh man.
That's funny.
I guess another one like that I vehemently stood up is that DKC 2 is the best 2D platformer of all time. I don't think I'd find much agreement in many people with that, but I believe it to be true. So, also, Yoshi's Island is better than Super Mario World. There's another hot take for those of you out there that are listening. So, Ejac comes back. Oh, they're still talking about the DLC shit. Anthony says, "What is your favorite ice cream flavor? What is the worst ice cream flavor?"
Cookies and cream and mint is the worst. Whatever, chocolate chip, mint chocolate chip.
Micah, I'll let you go last because you're the foremost
Or that-
expert in
That's
this.
fucking Earl Grey bullshit that we had that one day. I don't know. What the fuck
I
that
mean,
shit
I mean,
was.
you taking all my answers, man. You taking all my answers.
Now let me ask you this question: Are like Cold Stone concoctions considered an ice cream flavor, or are we just talking about the base flavor of the ice cream?
What is just whatever flavor you had that is just like whatever concoction, whatever.
Okay, fair enough. So, best. My basic bitch answer would be chocolate chip cookie dough. The actual best ice cream flavor is a bourbon butter pecan. That's the actual.
I've had that before.
I
actually
don't
had
know
that
what
before.
bourbon tastes like, but
It doesn't actually like the ice cream doesn't actually taste like bourbon, but it has like those flavor notes. If that
Got that
makes sense.
smoky.
Yeah.
I've had it before. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's very good.
The chocolate chunk that cookie dough is up there too, right along. And I like strawberry. I'm giving too many flavors.
Yeah, the worst is anything with cherry in it. Cherry is not a flavor that I like generally, and I like it even less.
Really?
In ice cream, yeah.
It's mid for me. Micah.
cherry's fine. It's not cherry as a flavor overall is overrated. In anything, juice and the actual cherry itself, overrated. Look, my when I can't think of anything, like when I'm fiending and I just like need a hit of ice cream, it's either mint chocolate chip or cookies and cream. Those are my like. You got that ice cream, baby? Right? Those are those
You
flavors.
like mint chocolate chip?
I do like mint
So
chocolate.
so
We
does my,
had
so
this
does my wife.
conversation.
So does my wife.
Oh,
My
okay.
wife is obsessed with mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Your wife is awesome, so that makes sense. I know you think it tastes like toothpaste, but no,
Yeah.
no, I dig it. The worst flavor is any kind of like seafood flavor, right? Like
What?
I've had like an anchovy flavored ice cream. It don't work, it don't work.
It doesn't sound like it works. Like, what the fuck?
No.
I could see why people
Old
would
Bay
think that
ice
it would.
cream.
Right, right. Like because it's got this, you got like
Super salty, yeah, with the sweet.
yeah, you got like a sweet and salty like thing to doesn't work, at all. As Terrence said, I had Earl Grey sriracha once, which was pretty good.
Or wait, hang on a second.
No, no, it wasn't. You heard what he said, Brad. No, it
That
wasn't.
doesn't make any sense. Those are three words that don't like Earl Grey sriracha ice cream are five words that don't belong in the same sentence with each other. What?
It was good, man. It was good. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to
no,
tell you.
Like, no, it wasn't.
It was the Harker brothers. They make a wide variety of different types of ice cream. Yeah, I'll have any type of ice cream. Any type of ice cream. I'll try any type of ice cream. But seafood doesn't work. But yeah, I've had birthday cake or cotton candy,
Okay.
peanut butter. What was it? Peanut butter and graham cracker. Peanut butter and graham cracker was really good.
That sounds like it tastes good.
Yeah. Just nothing seafood flavor based. That don't work.
Beacha Boy asks, he said, "Thanks a lot for your guys. Due to reviews and my severe case of FOMO, I'm going to shell out $30 for Hades 2. He told his groomsmen he should buy it for him because the wedding is T-minus 18 days out. Question is, as gamers and married people, what is a dream wedding gift you wish you could have gotten? For me, the Capcom home arcade system is a solid choice, but my fiance wanted plates. Yay?
Listen, buddy, you put your wedding date here, and I got to tell you, it's an excellent date to get
All
married.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
It's an
October
excellent date to
20.
get married.
I
October
thought,
25th.
I thought yours
I
was
got
the
married.
middle.
I thought it was the 26th.
I thought it was the
Nope.
I thought it was like the 15th. I thought it was like the middle of the month.
I knew it was
Nope.
the end. I thought it was
The
26th. It was the
15,
25th?
15 comes from 2015. That's where you're
Yeah.
getting the 15 from.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. It'll be 10 years.
Oh my god,
10
yeah, it'll be
years.
10 years this year. Holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah, we're getting old.
Time does roll by.
It was
way
October
fast.
25th. It was really the 25th? Wow.
Yeah,
I
October
was off a
25th.
day. I was off a day.
Excellent. Well, see, but at least you give a damn, right? You give a damn enough to be off for a day. Jay can't remember my goddamn birthday, and I've known him for over a quarter of a century.
That's fucked up. I remember
It is
birthdays. I
fucked
remember
up.
people's
I mean,
birthdays.
in fairness, Mike, we've known each other for over 15 years, and I also could not tell you your birthday. I know it's July. That's the only thing I can tell you.
July
Yeah.
9th.
Well, guess what? Guess. Guess.
19th?
Oh, you didn't hear me.
Close.
Okay.
13th?
It's the ninth.
No.
It's
9th.
the
Okay,
ninth.
okay.
Ninth. Close in that there's a 9 in there.
Yeah,
Right? Not close in that like, oh, you were the 10th? No. Jay,
Like, what,
he
June?
won't even guess. June? Huh? Something. It's somewhere around there. It's somewhere around there.
That's fucked up.
Terrence's is March 26th?
No, I have no idea what yours is, so I don't feel
That's fair.
Yeah.
I have no
yeah.
clue. What yours is.
In fact, it
Like,
just
if you-
happened recently.
If you tell me what yours is, I'll remember it. Like, I'll remember
In
what it
fact,
is.
it was last Tuesday. As a matter of fact.
Oh, really? Man.
Yeah.
Oh. So you're not on
Happy
Facebook.
No, I'm not
Happy
Facebook.
birthday.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
is fine
I
because
know.
like I couldn't give two shits about birthdays.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about birthdays.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it.
I'm an old man. I don't need to be reminded.
what are
that
you? What are you? 41?
41. Yeah.
41. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Beecher boy, congratulations on your nuptials. I hope everything goes swimmingly. I hope you
Hope
had
you don't get pulled over by the cops.
yeah, that happened. Terrence and Brad, they were groomsmen, and it was in Florida because you know it was in Florida.
Good times.
And Terrence was highly upset that I think it was his first and only time going to a Cracker Barrel.
Yes,
'cause
it was.
We
Haven't
had
been
we
since.
had we had rehearsal like lunch there at a Cracker Barrel, and I remember Terrence was like,
You walk
smell
into
the
that
racism
fucking
on
yeah.
there.
You walk into that goddamn gift store. I'm like, yo, this shit feels like 1892. What the fuck? I don't know what it is. I don't like anything about any of this, and the food wasn't even good.
No, the food at Cracker Barrel is not good. Although some people apparently got married or proposed at a Cracker Barrel parking lot or something like that. Didn't he say that? Didn't the Daywalker say that? Or the Coon Walker, as they called him. Didn't he say?
He did say that. Oh my god. That's right.
What was a Cracker Barrel parking lot?
Probably the same one that we went to. If I had to guess.
Man,
Byron.
damn shame. Oh, it was him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was him. Of course,
He said
it
that.
was him.
Yeah, he said that when they took that old man off the when they took the overseer off the logo.
Anyway,
Oh my
that
God.
dude just irritates my soul. Yeah.
Oh, Beach Boy, you're supposed to get your groomsmen gifts. They're not supposed to get you anything. Their gift is being up there with you.
I think he's saying what would his wife give
Oh,
him. Here's a tip. Don't expect anything. Don't expect anything. That way, you'll be pleasantly
You get
surprised.
something.
that's
You'll
right.
be pleasantly surprised, no matter what it is. You'll be like, "Oh, all right." But if to answer your question, something like game related, I don't know, man. I'm simple. If you get me a TV, I'm good. At this point, you can get me. You can at this point, if she wanted to do something for the 10th year anniversary, she could get me time to myself. So that's all I really want. That's all I really want.
Considering you put 120 hours into Borderlands the first 10
Yo,
days
how
that it
much?
came out, I think you're doing all right in that particular aspect.
Oh shit.
Touche.
I wouldn't want anything game related. I would want if I was getting married now, I would want a nice watch as my wedding gift, because it would last the entire length of the marriage and then some. So
There you go.
I'm not married. So.
Film Wander asks me, between Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, which one of them looks like they can fight. Yeah, things are not too harmonious right now at Team McLaren, even though they just clinched the Constructors' Championship. Both their drivers are 1 and 2 in the Drivers' Championship for the rest of the season. Look, Oscar Piastri is from Australia, so I would imagine just by default he could fight harder than Lando Norris can.
Yeah, I just looked up Lando Norris. He's British.
Yeah.
Brit versus Australian. No, that's no contest.
Yeah. So my pick would be Oscar there. Let's see here. T-Wash says, hearing Micah talk about Old Boy got me wondering if y'all have seen Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance and Lady Vengeance, and if so, what did you think of them?
I did see Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. It was a dark ass movie from what I can remember. I haven't seen it in like 15, 20 years. But that movie I think came out in like the 2000s. And 2000s everything was like, gritty and like if you thought like dark and gritty in America was like, oh, this is dark and gritty. Nah, this is Korea. This is everybody died in that movie. Spoiler alert. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because I was at that kind of point in my life where things were just kind of dark.
Let's say, where are you about to go with this?
Yeah, dark, edgy,
shit.
edgelord.
Micah's emo phase back when he was in his
That was
20s.
my emo phase. That was my edgelord emo phase because I had no friends in college.
In college, it came out in 2005.
Oh, I thought it came out I thought it came out last year I was in college. Last year I was in college was 2002, I think. Something like that.
Let's see. Johnny says, with the Xbox news looking bleaker by the day, I thought it'd be nice to look back at fonder memories, if any, on classic Xbox moments. He lists Halo 2 opening night, the 360 Blade menu, favorite games, etc. What's a fond memory, if any, that you have with an Xbox?
That Aisha Tyler coining the phrase "lady boner."
That was a Ubisoft presentation. That was even Xbox.
I don't know. The Rock coming out. I guess I have no idea.
Wasn't that the original Xbox?
It was. The
Yeah, I
original
think so.
Xbox. Yeah.
Yeah, back when The Rock looked like a human.
Gears of War 2. Those release dates. I put a lot of time into Gears of War. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, first one when that came out in 2008. Put a lot of time into that. Just the 360 era was dope. Like it was. I played damn near every fucking 360 game there was when that was out. That's when Microsoft was. Didn't Microsoft 360 beat PlayStation 3 in said and done?
In the US, yes, it did not. PlayStation 3 ended up getting them worldwide at the end of the day, but it did outsell it in the US.
Yeah, it was the closest they've ever come, and
Yep.
they haven't been back to those days ago.
I was about to say the closest they ever would come.
Right. So yeah, that was their heyday, man. Like, there was a lot of shit.
So for me,
a lot of muted colors, grays and browns.
Yeah.
all over the place.
So for me, just because, I never had any personal affinity towards an Xbox because I was always a PlayStation guy back in those days. But for me, because of my profession, I still remain bewildered that at the brand loyalty that Microsoft generated during that generation of video games, during the 360 PS3 era of video games, by having a console that literally at its worst had like a 50% failure rate, and you still had people buy 3 or 4 Xbox 360s because they were so committed to the Xbox brand and their gamer score at that point that they couldn't bear to part with it. So I just remained in awe of the failing upwards that Microsoft was able to do in the first couple of years of the 360s. Yeah, the 360s release.
That's funny. What's my gamer score? My gamer score is still going. What is it? I'm gonna look mine up. I don't know what the hell it is.
Mine is not very impressive. I can promise you that. Cam asks, with the success of the Marvel Zombies animated series, do you all think a Marvel Zombies video game in the same vein as the Marvel Ultimate Alliance game should be heavily considered?
I have not watched Marvel Zombies, not yet anyway. I mean, I guess, but isn't the whole hook with Marvel Zombies is that they're kind of fighting, fellow heroes? I guess. I mean, I guess you can have a bunch of I guess you could have like a bunch of fodder from different like factions, just like you would any other game. But I don't know. Look, I understand that Marvel Zombies is good. I don't want a Marvel Zombies game because I don't want zombies to come back into fashion. I'm just done with them. Done. People like killing zombies. People really like killing zombies because they fantasize about killing people, and I don't. Nah, I don't need all that. I don't need all that.
I don't know shit about it. My gamer score is 127,035.
127,000. I don't even know why I'm gonna look mine up because it ain't gonna be nowhere near.
That's what 20 years of fucking Xbox.
So, Matt, the last question is from Mad Coco G, who I assume he means a specific style of Ninja Gaiden game in this question. But
Yeah,
I'll
the 2D.
yeah, the 2D specific, but I'll read what he wrote verbatim. With Ragebound breaking the long-running bad Ninja Gaiden game streak after the third NES game, how is the gang feeling about Ninja Gaiden 4?
Well, I'm the Ninja Gaiden guy here. From what I've seen, it looks like it's gonna be dope. 2 different characters. The gameplay looks really fast. I think Platinum Games is also helping. I think Platinum Games is doing the new character, and Tecmo, moreover, is doing Hayabusa as far as gameplay goes. So that's kind of cool. I can't wait to play it. It looks like it's gonna be pretty dope. Ninja Gaiden 3 kind of sucked. like that game wasn't all that great. The Ninja Gaiden 2 remake was the PlayStation 3 version, which kind of sucked. They just added like the blood back.
Okay, wasn't 1 and 2 very good?
What, on Xbox?
Yeah.
No, they were awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
Where's this
talking about the 2D versions?
Yeah, but then he invokes Ninja Gaiden 4, so he's probably talking about all of them, I would think.
Oh, I don't know. You might be bugging.
Yeah,
I don't know. 1 and 2 were great.
Well, because also Ragebound, by all accounts, pretty good as well. Like I didn't play it because I only had room for one new age 2D side-scrolling ninja platformer in my heart, and I'm glad that I chose Shinobi. But the reviews on Ragebound are pretty good. So
well, it said with Ragebound breaking the long-running bag Ninja Gaiden game streak. So
okay, yeah. Okay.
What do you think about 4?
Okay. So he might be talking about 2D games, then that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, 3 was the iterations. The several iterations of 3 weren't very good. So that might be what he means. I don't know. But then again, Ninja Gaiden 3 on the NES. I don't know. I don't remember that game.
I mean, it wasn't as good as the first 2. Like I can remember that much. But it wasn't like I don't think it was like a fucking travesty. Now, they did come out with Ninja Gaiden Trilogy on Super Nintendo, which I think was also fine. It was just those first 3 games remastered. But then I don't think anything came out Ninja Gaiden wise until the Xbox game came out from there. So
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
I'd
have to look up the history. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Ninja Gaiden 4.
I don't even have my Xbox hooked up to my TV anymore.
Why would you? What are you gonna do with it?
Yo, what are you gonna do with it? You better sell it, motherfucker. You get a fucking top dollar for it, right?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I might as well. I got the Switch hooked up one day.
You got the Switch hooked up to the TV and not the Xbox.
Right, not the Xbox.
Hilarious.
Because my son plays it more than you know. It was like, all right, sit over there while I'm photo editing, and he'll just sit there.
Use it as a doorstop for your office door. It's probably
Which one do you have? You have the day one. How much is that? Like $700 now or some shit like that?
No,
you probably got like
probably.
Let me hold on. Which one do you have? I'm gonna look it up.
I have whatever the first one was. That's the day one edition.
They didn't do a special day one edition, did they? This
well, no, I mean the one he bought.
I
when
have.
it came
okay.
The first run.
Yeah, I remember they did that with the fucking Xbox One. They had like the fucking day one edition for some reason.
Yeah, and all it was just had day one and then a year on it.
Right.
How much was it again? How much was it?
It was $500 when he bought it.
Yeah, it was $500.
No.
And my gamer score is 74,312. So
pretty high.
Well, tell you what, Micah, I will make you feel better. I'll pull up my gamer score just for shits and grins.
That's like I got $170 for my fucking Series S. They're only giving you $211 for the Xbox Series X.
Yeah, see, come on, man.
That's bullshit.
Come on.
Where do you even? Oh, here it is. My gamer score is 5107.
5,107.
50, what, like 51,000?
No. 5,107.
Yo, that's like 5 games.
I know. It shows you how dedicated of an Xbox customer that I've been throughout all these years. Now my trophy score, on the other hand, that's much more. My trophy level is like 370 something at this point, which is still kind of low.
Shit. That's funny. God damn.
That's what I'm here for, Mike. I'm here just to pump your tires a little bit, so you don't have to feel bad.
I appreciate
in the wake of Terrence's massive gamer score numbers. So
there's people on my friends list that's closing on 200,000.
There you go. There's my truly unpopular gaming opinion. Trophies are like 1,000,000 times better than gamer score on the Xbox.
I agree.
I agree. The difference.
The difference is the gamer score. When it gets to a point where like the number is just the number, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any bigger. But when you break them up into trophies, you break them up into smaller numbers, which makes it feel like you're accumulating more.
No facts over feelings.
I mean, yeah,
yeah.
I feel like
what sounds more impressive? What sounds more impressive? I've got 1,200 or 2,000 gamer score, or I've got a platinum trophy in this game. Like what sounds like a more impressive accomplishment?
35 platinum trophies. Well, good.
Right.
what does you have to do to get a platinum trophy? And
get all the other trophies.
No, I only have one platinum trophy. Yeah. That was fucking Spider-Man. I literally only have one. I like that game so much. What did you have to do to get a platinum trophy in Veilguard? Because I thought I did everything I could possibly do, and I didn't.
There's a couple quests I think that you have to do. Have you done all the side quests and all that stuff?
I did all of the friendship quests.
No, there's other like exploration side quests that you got to do.
I'm going back to do all that.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Oh, well, with that, we're going to call it a show. Thank you guys. You guys came through big time this week. You guys must have some questions just aching to get out that we called for in the post office. So again, densepixels.com/fans to join the Discord. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. Don't forget to follow us on podcast apps, wherever you get podcasts. That is going to be it for us this week. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and we will see you all the next time.
Yeah.
You're watching the Dense Pixels YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button while you're here and make sure you check out our weekly podcast where we discuss the latest gaming news and our impressions on what games we've been playing.